No worries.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever the heck in the world you are. It's Thursday. You know what time it is. It's time to cuss with Gus Demos of Perpetual Assets. And folks, if you haven't checked out perpetualassets.com, I recommend you go there right now, right this second. If you are worried, if you are scared of how the heck is your 401k going to be a 101k in the next economic debacle that these idiots in Wall Street are surely cooking up, then you need to contact Gus Demos and Will Lear over at perpetualassets.com. Or maybe you just got a whole bunch of money sitting in your 401k and you said, you know what? I'm a smarter investor. I can do a better job. Let me take destiny into my own hands. Let me get some cryptos. Let me get some Apple. Let me get some Google. Let me get some Amazon. Let me get some Netflix. Let's shake and bake. Let's rock and roll. What do I need to do? Well, you need to go to perpetualassets.com, and these guys will set up a self-directed IRA investment account where you can invest to your heart's content, whether it's to buy real estate, crypto, stocks, bonds, whatever the heck it is, buddy. You can do it with Will Lear and Gus Demos over at perpetualassets.com. Don't be a bitch. Take your future into your own hands. Perpetualassets.com. With that out of the way, Gus, what's up, buddy?
Dude, we were bullshitting, and now I got in a bad mood all of a sudden. I have a stack of like unpaid parking tickets. They're fucking sitting here, motherfuckers. I've been meaning to fucking pay them, but and I'm not avoiding. First of all, like a lot of them are like total bullshit. It's like expired sticker. I still don't understand a license plate sticker. It's like one of the biggest cons of all time. But
so stupid.
Yeah, well, and we have street sweeping bullshit out here, like move your car before the street sweeping day. So, I'll just forget sometimes. Like, so
how do you live in that communistic state, bro?
Dude, I don't understand how the fuck, like, the shit they pull is so fucking incredible, and so many of these fucking hippies just eat it up. Like, they don't even get it. The parking tickets, everyone universally hates parking tickets because they're such a fucking scam. But we've had people where they're like cutthroat. They're cutthroat with towing out here too, which is like the double.
Forget about it.
That's like the double fuck you in the ass. Like, you have to come get your car the next morning too, and the rest of it. So
pay $200 to get your car out.
Dude, many times more. It's like $300-400 to get the car, another $100
minus any other damage they did putting the car on the flatbed.
Dude, there might be no, and forgive me if anyone out there works for a tow company, but there might be no position that I get more angry than when I'm trying to get my car out of a tow place. Like, because they have you by the fucking balls,
yep.
And you can't do anything about it. It's like,
there was one time I was about to get my wife's SUV was getting towed when we had it. I ran out. I'm like, dude, I'm right here. Just take the hook off. He goes, no, I can't do that. And I'm like, dude, I'm right here. Just take the hook off. I'll move the car right now. No. It's $100. Take off the hook. Like,
you're talking like straight out of a movie where like you caught him mid-tow.
Yeah, I caught him with hooking it. It hasn't even moved the car, nothing. Just hooked it. And I'm just like, just take the hook. If it's one hook, not the two usual hooks, just one hook. I'm like, dude, just take the hook off.
So what happened? Did they end up fucking going with it?
Dude, I started getting really pissed. Like, I've heard getting people violently angry, and then all of a sudden I said, you know what, F this. I don't got time for this. I went, down the street to the local bodega, got like $100 out, gave it to the idiot so he can unhook the car. It's ridiculous, dude.
I've heard of like crazy shit where like people like jump in their car while it's like mid hook if they catch them.
Oh yeah. Then they can't tow it legally by law.
Is that the law? I don't know.
That is the law. If you're in the car, they can't tow it.
I've driven away once mid ticket. So like it was basically like a race. So I parked illegally right in front. I was running in, like, literally dropped like an express package in the post office, and I parked in like a total fire. Dude, the motherfucker must have been eyeing me from some vantage point where I couldn't catch him. So I was literally in the post office. It had to be less than 60 seconds. So I run in, drop it in the fucking drop bucket, the express or priority package, and I come out, and the motherfucker had just rolled up to my car and like pulled out his pen, He didn't take the information, and I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? And he goes, oh, you're parked illegally. I'm like, dude, I've been here 36 seconds. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, good luck trying to get me. And I jumped. It wasn't a full cop. It was like some rent-a-cop in like a go-kart or whatever.
And a golf cart.
Yeah. So it's not like he's going to cuff me or mace me or something.
Zimmerman, bro. It's George Zimmerman in a golf cart.
I don't know if he was able to get me, but that might have been one of those tickets that was just lost. He's like, oh, we're gonna mail it to you. Like, we're literally debating as I was driving off. I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm pulling out. I'm like, and you don't have the ticket's not even written. You haven't even started writing it. So he was like, oh, you'll see it in the mail. And I still haven't. So I think I won that round. I don't know, but who the fuck knows? It might end up on my fucking credit report or something. Yeah, dude, the parking ticket thing is a big fucking scam, dude. It's any angle they could find to fuck you. It's pretty. I've been contemplating getting a fucking golf cart, and I'm like, the golf cart would be good, but who the fuck knows what the street legal shit is out here and what permits you need? And
dude, you know what you need to do? Have you seen you ever seen the old Top Gear episodes with Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you see the episode where Richard Hammond was in South Africa and he had the Marauder with him?
No.
Which was like this military assault vehicle, but for civilian use?
Dude, I did not.
Dude,
but
it's the funniest thing. This thing looks like a Hummer on steroids. Like a Hummer goes to sleep at night dreaming of being this thing. It was like an MRAP's worst nightmare, okay? So this guy was like parked at a coffee shop, and all of a sudden the tow company came out because he was illegally parked. So they hooked the tow hooks on the thing. My man got into the Marauder, turned it on, and just drove away, pulling the tow truck with him. The tow truck was like smoking tires, couldn't do nothing. Just pulled the tow truck. The whole thing just went. You gotta get one of those, bro.
Dude, for me, what's making me hesitate on the golf cart idea is I would only want to drive it drinking a Bloody Mary and wearing a robe. So like just to be totally obnoxious to my neighbors. But again, with Cali, it's like I've heard of motherfuckers getting like DUI tickets on fucking beach cruisers out here. Who the fuck knows? I mean, it's between permits and this and that, and if they could give me a fucking DUI on a golf cart, is it even worth it? Like, because that's what would happen. I would drive around, drinking fucking martinis in a robe, and someone would call me in for sure. But it sounded good in theory, but as I was playing out the practical, it's like might not be the wisest decision. But yes. So that's forgive me, the ticket sidetracked me. Everything else is golden though. Christmas party season. Star Wars comes out tonight.
I'm excited, bro. The Last Jedi. Early reviews have said this is right up there. This is right up there with The Empire Strikes Back.
Dude, I think they're running some sort of like they're trying to take a lot of the nostalgia from the original.
Yeah.
The original flicks, like because the previous one kind of had the New Hope vibe to it, right? I mean, it was like there were a lot of parallels. Again, I still don't know if I like or dislike the whole female lead. I'm not sure if there's a social justice warrior aspect to it or not, but I'm so addicted to Star Wars, I'm not even sure. I mean, I'm even willing to let Rey slide.
Dude, honestly, it's one of those venues, those franchises that I don't care who the lead is, because it's to me the Force is the great equalizer,
I still agree. I still can't believe they fucking killed off Solo. Oh, spoiler if you haven't seen the last one.
I know, man. That was I didn't see that one coming. I did not see that.
No, neither did I. You get fucking Han Solo back and they fucking kill him off right away. It's pretty incredible. But I grew up on the shit, right? So
same here, bro. I love it. It's to me, it's human history, bro.
Dude, it's
I mean, if you're really into that, the woo, from what I'm hearing is that Lucas is one of those insiders. He's been told a lot of things, and if you guys listen to guys like Richard C. Hoagland and a few of these other guys who are really into the ancient civilization, how ancient humanity was really super advanced, and we're just the schlep rock trying to catch up to who we really were. A lot of people say like, hey, Star Wars is actually human history. I'm going to go on a limb and say I kind of believe in that.
It has been it's so engraved and again, I think I was born the year it got released, so it's so engraved, and I just grew up on it. Like, and the struggle between good and hero, and it's all this big climactic thing about one family, really, and it's fantastic, and it's a lot of it's, for me anyway, without sounding, and I'm massively hungover today, so forgive me if I sound a little bit hokey or I don't know what the word, cheesy, but for me, dude, it's inspirational. Like it's like again, the struggle between good and evil, and the archetypes and the heroics and all the rest. It's inspired me. It's inspired me since I was a kid, and it used to be. If you notice, like a lot of guys, like Han was our favorite because he was kind of a ladies' man, and fucking an outlaw, and the rest of it. So I was always a Han guy, and dude, Vader is one of the fucking most classic, hilarious characters of all time. Oh, dude, his fucking scene in Rogue One is so fucking epic, dude. That
dude, I do a great Darth Vader impersonation. You know that, right?
Dude,
he's there you go, Rogue One. Right, what's the line that he's talking about?
No, fire away. I want to now. I'm so fucking curious. I want to hear. I got to hear it.
Cuss. I find your lack of faith most disturbing.
Sister, eh? Dude, he's
Rogue One Vader quotes. Let's see what I can get here.
Well, dude, his scene in Rogue One, that movie, the director's a total fuck, or the writer, the director's like a total social justice warrior. But that scene, a 2-minute scene in the hallway where he just fucking starts butchering people, is
my god, that was great.
Oh, dude, it's the most epic Vader action scene. Because in the first 3, they made him very like clunky because it was 70s.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, director.
Oh, dude, my favorite line he's ever dropped is "all too easy." all too easy. Oh, dude, me and my buddies use that like in our fucking day-to-day life. You'll pick up some girl at a bar and you'll be like, "all too easy." So
yeah, you were not summoned to grovel, Director Krennic.
Yeah, dude. So it's an epic character, dude. Again, I'm going tonight to see it. So,
dude, it's gonna be fantastic, man.
Yeah, I'm not I'm not full Stormtrooper gear geek, but me and my brothers we're total fucking Star Wars geeks. Full disclosure. But yeah, between that and the Christmas party season and the altcoin market being total fucking chaos right now, it's good times, man. It's good times.
Yeah, the force is strong with this one.
Have you guys have you been watching like all of it, the top 10, top 20 market caps?
Yes, it's impressive, most impressive.
Dude, Ethereum at 750 and Litecoin at like 275 to 350.
God, I'm loving it.
Dude, I didn't think we'd see it all so fast. It's not that it shocked me. It's that just, dude, it's incredible. The whole sector is just
750. The Ether price freight train has a new target, buddy.
Yeah, dude,
I'm excited.
New highs, and I was. Ether was a little bit. Everyone was waiting to see when it would hit that 450 or 500 level, because after it hit it the first time, it pulled back all the way down to like 150. But it finally just blew the fuck through that. I was telling me, I think Ripple's on total fucking fire right now.
Yeah, what's Ripple going for?
It looks like it's going for 80 cents a pop, but it's up like
brutal. That's beautiful.
200. It's up to on the 7-day. It's 250%.
The Emperor will be pleased.
The power of the dark side. Heads up.
The power of the dark host.
A lot of so we're revamping a lot of the content on our website to be more crypto specific, because we accept Bitcoin, we mention cryptos in your area, we mention it, but not so much of the business has shifted to cryptos the last year that we need to do a better job advertising it and include it in our content, because there are a lot of new companies out there that do crypto IRAs, and the pricing model is very different for a lot of them, where who holds the private keys looks like. So we need to do a better job of incorporate. We're working on it this week, and hopefully we'll have it up over the weekend or by next week. But just laying out we're almost thinking about creating a new tab, a crypto IRA tab, which will be a lot of the same content as the LLC IRA, but it'll be able to, because when someone comes to our site now, it's not obvious at first glance that you could put cryptos in your IRA, and we need to make it obvious. And I think we're just going to add a tab and put new content in there. But there are a lot of other people doing it now, but it's different type of, again, who holds the keys. A lot of them are acting like hedge funds. People like 5 or 10% to buy the crypto. It's free to sell. I just talked to someone this morning. It's free for the client to sell it, but it's a 10% fee to buy it. And then if you want to rebuy it, it's like a 5% fee. So basically, they're almost acting like a hedge fund. It's like a quasi hedge fund trading model, where and if you start talking about $250,000, $500,000, I mean, they can make fucking 50 grand rips on a client. So if you have a client with a $500,000 and they're charging them 10% to buy Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever, I mean, that's the financial institution charging fucking 50 G's on a $500,000. It's insane. But if people think that's all that's out there and that's their only option, then whatever. So we got to do a better job of making it clear that you could do cryptos in your IRA and at a much better rate than what a lot of these other places are charging.
Absolutely, man. It's very vital. Very, very vital.
How are you guys coming along on the crypto school stuff?
The crypto school has been epic. I have to send you the link. I'll email you the affiliate link, so this way, I mean, Bix is on there, Vin Armani's on there, I'm on there, Frank's on there, and we got our buddy Chris, who's like a crypto maniac. He's on there as well. So it's been fire.
How's my buddy Bix doing?
Bix is the man, bro.
Dude, I haven't talked to him in a while. I know. I'm pretty sure he's going to be in Mexico. I
think he's going to be in Mexico. I think so.
Mexico way.
Yeah. I don't know where. I think where's he going? Has he mentioned anywhere where he's going in Mexico?
Well, he's doing the
promo. What's the promo for Anarchapulco 2018? I think it's February, right? That he'll be.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, dude, I'm doing a full week this year. I'm getting in 2 days early, and I'm staying 2 days after.
That's what's up, bro.
Dude, fuck it. You're on Central Time Zone, so you could fucking work the whole time you're down there. It's they have Wi-Fi everywhere, so it's like, yeah, dude, and fucking it's like it's 85 degrees in fucking February. Fucking things. Keep
talking, man. I got a delivery. I got to attend to. Go ahead, keep talking.
No. It happened, dude. I've done it to you. Guy delivering a fucking furniture.
I'll be right there.
No, so yeah, it's for listeners who are interested in going or could get away to the only pain in the ass of the whole thing is it's kind of hard to get to. There aren't that many places to fly direct from the States. So LA flies direct, Houston flies direct. If you live in San Diego, you could fly Tijuana direct. But most major cities, you have to connect through Mexico City. So it's hard to find direct flights. But Anarchapulco, check it out. It's 80 to 90 degrees a week. It's going to be Berwick is referenced. It's going to be a lot of crypto-specific stuff this year. Like a lot of things, it's shifting the majority of focus on the investment side to the cryptos. But we'll still be there talking about metals and crypto. But I think it's our fourth year in a row doing it, and it's a great show. Perfect weather, cool people. You'll recognize a lot of the speakers and a lot of the names, and it's a great time. CJ, I hope
I saw the agenda. It looks like they have one day in particular. I think they're gonna have the Anarchapulco, and then is it called Crypto Fest?
Yeah, I think Crypto Poco. I think they're calling it.
Yeah, Crypto.
Yeah,
Poco.
I don't.
I'm back.
It's like the Friday, but yeah, that sounds very exciting, and we're gonna get Jeff on to talk about. Are you guys sponsoring this year?
We're a gold sponsor again this year. Yeah. So I'm actually Berwick. I'm actually doing an interview. He's interviewing me tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
We're gonna do we're doing nothing but talking about crypto IRAs. A lot of the kind of what I just talked about, but expand on it in detail. But yeah, the show's awesome, and it's very libertarian, very anarcho-capitalist, very crypto, very metals, very everything we always talk about. Like it's a wide range of people. It's not just you get some people who are more on the financial side, some people who are more political, some people who are more there for very pro marijuana show, obviously. Like, oh dude, they've done some cool shit over the years. It's not an uptight. We enjoy it because it's not uptight. It's very chill. It's not like a lot of the conferences you go to where like you have to be all proper and whatever.
You're telling me this is not like when I go to like let's say Geneva for the LBMA conference.
Yeah, it's not like that at all.
It's not like that. It's where you have to pretend there's a broom shoved up your rear.
Yeah, no.
Your nose held high while you sip your tea with your pinky hanging out. It's not one of those things, is it?
No. This is me drinking tequila on a jet ski and trying to drive it through the hotel. It's a route, and it's. Dude, it's some of the Mexican towns that have tourism have been so commercialized and Americanized that like Cabo, dude, going to Cabo is not fucking cheap. It's like going to fucking it's like it's like SoCal prices. But Acapulco, like the shit in the 50s and 60s, and it's kind of cooled off because other Puerto Vallarta's popped up and Cancun and Cabo, so Acapulco is so reasonably fucking priced. Like the hotel is like $50 to $100 a night, and it's a nice fucking hotel. You for $100 a day, you're making it fucking rain. Like you're drinking Don fucking Julio, you're eating steak, you're jet skiing, snorkeling, shit like that. So very cheap. It's a good time. Again, the only pain in the ass is getting there. But once you get there, it's fucking badass. Hopefully I could fucking twist your guys' arms to go one year. You'd fucking love it.
Yeah, we definitely will, man. You know what the problem is? It's like we've been working our butts off just putting everything together to take over the world. And 2018 is when unwrap everything, and then everybody will be like, "Oh my god,
dude!" No, but I get it, dude.
I'm building the Death Star.
between work and family and kids, it's not easy to get away.
No, it's not, bro. It really is, man.
But
as I'm talking to you right now, I'm like booking in details for this whole entire. I got a major business trip coming up, which I'll tell you off the air. But it's it's so many things. It's just not easy, man.
Oh no, hell no. But we used to be a lot more pro conference ourselves when we first started. I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. But like it's so many of them are just, it's not taken over by like the miners and the fucking corporate side like we used to do. And I don't know if I should mention any specific names of the conferences because I don't want to be like disrespectful or anything, but it wasn't that productive for us. We didn't generate the leads we wanted. It wasn't as, we didn't get the traffic we wanted. I remember the conferences being a lot more badass 5 years ago, 10 years ago than they are now. But I think a lot of that excitement maybe have shifted to the crypto specific conferences. Maybe, I don't know. And we've been internally talking about attending a lot more of those. But I think so much capital has flown into the space that getting a booth at a crypto conference might be fucking 20 large or something. I have no fucking idea. So yeah,
remember the days you just go to a cafe and wait, for people.
When we first
going to my local Bitcoin meet.
We've done Bitcoin meetups. We've been doing them for a while. We've done them in Texas. We've done them in California. Just go to get localized with other people, like-minded people, that are in Bitcoin, and it's great. You learn a lot. Sometimes vendors come and address them. I know a lot of times, like Andreas will just pop into one, or people just show up to him, like if someone big in the sector. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's a great free way to get involved and meet people locally. I think anyway, but.
Awesome. Gus, you need to just have your own. Just partner with the right company and host your own crypto conference. You realize how much money those conferences generate.
Yeah, dude,
we're going to do one soon for us, man. We're going to do one soon for us.
Dude, that's an interesting idea. Will was thinking about trying to put something like that together a couple years ago. He's like, "What do you think about?" And a lot of people have done it, and I don't know enough about myself anyway. I like openly admitting where I'm fucking ignorant in something.
Yeah.
And I don't know enough about the planning and organizing and what speakers usually charge and profit margin, and do you cover payment? Like I don't know enough about those details to actually myself anyway make it like a viable model for me. I mean, Berwick's fucking blown his up in 3 or 4 years. Anarchapulco's only like 4 years old, so he's done a great job putting it together. And
yeah,
I don't know how the fuck he's gotten people to fly from all over the world to Mexico, but the place is fucking packed every year. We do it, so I think you guys could pull it off easily, especially with all your fucking contacts and shit. You guys will be able to
smoke this thing. Let's make this happen for people. We could hold it instead of like having it in Guadalupe, Mexico, or something like that, or or Kabul, Afghanistan, which is my favorite location. We could do it somewhere nice, man. We could do it New York.
You do it. Do it
somewhere nice. Florida is a nice place. Vegas. Come on, man. Vegas is so cheap.
Dubai.
We're having the Rogue Money Conference in Beirut this year.
That's right. That's right. Our special guest as well, our special guest speaker, and who'll be also doing the ceremonial opening prayers for our crypto, conference will be Muammar Bakhtar al-Baghdadi. He's the defunct head of ISIS. He no longer has a job because ISIS has been taken out. Thanks to the Russians. So he's offering prayers for sale, bro.
Prayers. He'll promise not to bomb you if you go to his conference.
That's it. We just gotta sit there and listen to about how wonderful the Aloha snack bar is.
The jihadists love you, right?
Yeah, it's it's the religion of love.
I think you're honest.
What do you think about the self-sacrifice that gentleman made in Times Square in New York when that pipe bomb went off?
What a bunch of
a self-sacrifice on his part.
Yeah.
He made sure that he took the brunt of it instead of those innocent people.
Yeah, dude, what? I can't believe like they still rationalize this and say it's isolated. Like I'm so you can't even win talking about this shit anymore.
Dude, because it's about as isolated as Bill Clinton and Clinton.
It's become a regular occurrence, dude. I think it was our favorite feminist Trudeau. I think it was him. It was like, oh, this is just a normal part of life now. Like he's trying to like normalize it. Like we have to get used to it. Like, oh yeah, people.
Well, Jerry Brown in your state says that you got to get used to your whole state being on fire.
Dude, oh yeah, because of all the electricity Bitcoin uses.
That's the problem, man. Not to mention the fact that your state has decided to import trees that burn very well.
Dude, the balls they have, and they did this. Dude, they did the same thing for Houston, and every time there's like a human disaster and something goes wrong, the left is so quick to politicize it and try to co-opt it with one of its other with either global warming or feminism, or they always try to it doesn't matter if it's fucking Florida or fucking Houston or the wildfires in Cali, or like it's always political. This is Trump's fault. This is all the energy, global warming's fault. This is this is masculinity's fault. This is like, shut the fuck up. Can't we just fucking can't we grieve together, or like this is a tragedy? Do we really have to like try to blame it on fucking global warming right away? Like, shut the fuck up. It's disgusting. They're disgusting. Dude, I would 100% I think you guys are onto something, and you would 100% be able to pull it off. And I love where your head's at, keeping it domestic to a major hub where people get to easy, like a New York or a Vegas or a Miami. And if you do something like a Miami or a Vegas, and you do it in like the winter too, then that's like a double up of, you know, good, because people are trying to get the fuck out of their cold cities. But you do something in like New York in the spring or fall, that's fucking badass too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
No, dude, you guys have the fucking contacts for it, the Rolodex for it. I just don't know anything about fucking that industry at all. I don't know what like speaking spaces and hotel and travel.
I gotta definitely look into that. But the city itself is a hassle to get into. There's so many other great locations in New York, Jersey, and whatnot that it's easier for people to commute into. No, the city's a nightmare, man, and it's mad expensive. It's preposterously expensive.
Well, that's what I would think for like to actually rent some. And if you get a if you get a big enough hotel, a lot of them have like conference areas too that you'd be able to. But you're right, dude. If you go to Manhattan, that's fuck you expensive. For everything.
Dude, it's bad.
Yeah, but it's something similar to what, again, because a lot of the Bitcoin conferences are nothing but Bitcoin. They don't get political at all. They don't talk about metal. They don't talk about Austrian economics. They don't talk, and a lot of the other ones are more they just talk about metal. You know, Freedom Fest did a good job for a long time, but they've gotten so co-opted by neocons over the years that I think that's kind of a neocon show now. But yeah, dude, I think there's a space for it, man. If someone could put together like a crypto, libertarian, Austrian economic, all the above, everything we talk about all the time, I think domestically, I think it would be a success.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Not that you don't have enough on your plate with your 40 other projects.
Man, I got so many fingers and so many pies. It's crazy. It's like I'm like that. You know, you've seen those Chinese circus things where the guy has all these plates spinning on him.
Yes, and he's trying to balance them all.
That's it, bro. That's my life.
well, it's hard to, you know. In Greek we say pan metron ariston. Translated everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
Like trying to juggle, you know, your existing, you know, even within our company with what we do, we're always trying to like figure out how to grow, how to improve, what to add, what to take away. And then when you want to embark on new projects, it's just, and you throw that in your case, you know, trying to raise a family and the household, and in my case, a social life and blah blah blah. It's like it's a balance, dude. It's too much work isn't good. It makes you a fucking stressed out madman. Too much social life isn't good. It makes you it makes you a millennial.
Yeah.
Too much anything is no good. Too much exercise drives you crazy. Like too much anything is no good. But yeah, I struggle with that myself, and I always have, just finding the perfect balance of work, family, social life, health, everything.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's never easy. It's never easy, man. But you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, man, these are great times across the board. We're in the right sector at the right time. Business is fucking soaring. The Alabama thing is still kind of a shock to me, but I haven't paid as much attention to it as I should have. But I know that's kind of been kind of the mainstream news the last 3 or 4 days. Do you know anything about the Democrat that won down there?
There's some interesting stuff. The interesting thing is this. This guy is a deep state operative. Supposedly, there's a lot of evidence coming out that there's some vote rigging that has occurred.
Really?
Yep. There's some vote rigging that has occurred. You know,
they fucking fixed it.
Yeah. There was a fixed election. I mean, out of nowhere, there are people coming after Roy Moore when he's done nothing. You know, well, people are like, look, sexual harassment, this, that, and the other.
Well, I knew they were trying to bury him and all that shit for the last like month or two, right?
Yeah,
like all yearbook gate and all that bullshit. So I was aware of they were trying to fuck him that way, but what I thought leading up, and I've kind of been distracted the last 72 hours with fucking the market and work and Christmas parties and shit. But I thought it was running neck and neck. And then like the day before the election, I don't know if I saw it on fucking Drudge or Zero Hedge. It was like Democrat latest shock poll, Democrat up 10 points or something. So I don't know how it went from, and this is at the same time that's going on. It came through that the yearbook thing was like bullshit. It was a lie. Like she forged the yearbook signature or something. I don't know. Again, I don't know the specifics, but it was something like that. Like the minute he gets cleared of the charges, the Democrat opens up like a 10-point lead, which doesn't make any fucking sense to me. But it should have been vice versa. But who the fuck knows? I don't put it past them with anything anymore, man. Yeah. I mean, all the shit that's come out about like all these FBI people texting each other, like, and they're all closet. Like it basically is like the Democratic Party. Like the FBI is basically like the Democratic Party's Gestapo, apparently. Gestapo, and they're like the secret police for political camp. It's almost incredible. Apparently we live in like an East Berlin type environment, and many people are still in fucking denial about it. So nothing shocks me. I mean, fraudulent. The voting thing as it pertains to the U.S. is so insulting. The fact that they could take something like you need an ID to vote and try to make that about you hate poor people, you hate you're racist, you're sexist, because you require a state ID or driver's license. Like you need that. You need an ID to do anything.
I think it's very sexist.
It's
racist. It's misogynistic.
It's a conspiracy against. But think about that. The liberals are okay with you having an ID for driving, for a gun, for a credit card, to buy a house. You need an ID to fucking do anything except for vote. Voting is the one thing. Can't have an ID for that. That's racist. Can't have an ID for, well, it's such a scam. Like, it's such a painful scam. The way they correlate an ID with they refuse to say an ID is required. That it's a very, very, very insulting. But again, somehow they're able to pull it off and spin it. And in Chicago, it's a famous dead people voting thing that's been going on for decades and decades. The dead rose to vote or whatever.
Well, the dead rose to vote, and all the illegals came out to vote, and the crazy psycho war goddess still couldn't win.
Yeah, well, and a lot of times there's things they like bust people in from out of district, and it's just, dude, it's such a fucking scam, such a scam. So I don't know. I got to go back and look. The dust has settled on the chaos of the last couple of days, so I got to go back and like actually research and see what everyone's saying and writing about it. Sure. But the truth be told, it's not like it's not like the Republican Senate was getting anything fucking done anyway. Mm-hmm. So I mean, McCain is basically a liberal now.
Well, he's bedridden again. I think it's all the stress from cancer treatment.
Is he, dude? He's incapacitated. He's done. Is he back?
Dude, I'm hoping he's dead, but not yet. Almost there.
The way he's come down on the last year on the voting is literally, it borders on incredible. Oh, yeah. I just don't know how they kept reelecting him in Arizona. I have no fucking idea how he won that last one.
Voting machines, bro. Voting machines.
The guy is such a scumbag, such a neocon, like pure evil, like just incredible. Like before, you only had to worry about him on the neocon side with like all the ISIS shit and World War III and Syria and all that. But like, he's straight up went like the last year he's pro Obamacare, pro taxes, pro. He's basically like a social justice warrior. It's pretty fucking incredible to watch. Yeah.
This guy's a nut job, bro. He's like a total lunatic, you know. Well, speaking of lunatics, Paul Ryan's not coming back as Speaker of the House.
Well, dude, you mentioned that before we went live. What are details? Talk to me.
Well, here, I mean, this is hot off the press, man. So let me dig this up real quick. Let me see.
Not coming back to Congress at all, or not coming back as Speaker.
Well, here we go. Paul Ryan to step aside and leave D.C. Ooh.
Whoa.
Paul Ryan sees his wild Washington journey coming to an end. He felt he was, quote, made for this moment. Yeah, you were, you jackass. But now on the verge of achieving his long-sought legislative dream. Wow, dude. He needs to dream higher. This guy has no aspiration. His legislative dream. He's got his eyes on the exits. Spirits were high inside the chamber on Thursday, November the 16th, when early afternoon the gavel fell and the measure rewritten the American tax code and blah, 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 blah. Ryan was the man of the hour, having spent a quarter century in Washington as a loser, a sycophant, and a parasite.
What?
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, I don't.
Ryan is retiring of D.C. He's retiring. He's gone. He's not coming back.
Dude, how old is that motherfucker? 50?
55. Ryan.
Yeah, they're.
Wait,
no
way. No, he's not 55. Wait, Ryan, whose father died at 55, wants to desperately live at home full time before they begin flying the nest. How old is this guy? How old is Paul Ryan?
Let me Google that son of a bitch.
I think he's in his 40s, younger 40s.
Okay, Google. How old is Paul Ryan?
Paul
47.
Ryan is 47 years old.
There you go, 47. So
I'm gonna say, yeah, I don't buy any of that. It's these guys are
30.
Governor. He's gonna go back to his state for governor.
CJ just stole my exact thought. It was he's either going governor or he's going private sector, fuck you job, 30 mil a year kind of thing. He's either got like a Goldman consulting job lined up.
Something, because right now his ability to be a lobbyist has been pretty much next to zero.
He's got something lined up, and I'm with CJ on this. I think it's governor 100%. He's going governor, and I don't know. Is governorship more prestigious than Speaker of the fucking House?
Hell no. Speaker of the House is the third most powerful man. Man.
Yeah, no, that's since the president and vice president speaker in there. Absolutely. That's the they made it what's it called again? They made a show about it with what show? I forgot the fucking it's
the thing with Kiefer Sutherland, right?
The Lone
Survivor or something.
Survivor, something like that. Lone Survivor. No, that was the Marcus Rappel story with the Navy SEALs. Something Survivors. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know if maybe governor's just maybe it's less bullshit. Like you don't have to deal with the press up your the national press up your ass all the time. But yeah, there's no way he's riding off into the sunset. I don't know what kind of money he has. I don't know if he's
Ryan is corrupt. He's probably made his coin. Now he's trying to get the hell out. Dude, you got 9,000 indictments, baby. Something's going on, Gus. Something's going on.
Dude, heads are fucking rolling left and right, no doubt. Paul Ryan worth millions thanks to wife's wealth. Oh, so he married money, that motherfucker?
Yes, he did.
Who? Apparently, he's worth.
Have you seen his wife? Ugh.
He's worth $6 million according to Open Secrets.
His wife is like she's 70 years old.
Dude, there's some Democrats in there. I mean, I think the Senate and the House. There's some of the Democrats. I think have more money than Republicans.
Of course,
there are Democrats. Yeah, and a lot of like 100 mil, 200 mil. Not. I think old crazy. I think it's like 100 or 200 mil.
Yeah, but yeah, Paul Ryan is done.
So that's
what.
Well, if someone had,
oh, you're breaking up, dude. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's me or if it's Gus.
Hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you too.
DJ, could you hear us?
Yeah, you guys are back. You guys are good.
Okay, go ahead, Gus.
Yeah, well, what I was gonna say is like that's always been awkward to me. Like, why these people are so, when you have that kind of money, why would you still be so? And I think it just kind of goes to all their personality. If I had, when you got a $200 million, why not just ride it off into the sunset?
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of people still obviously need something else to do, but why not like start something, like a business entrepreneur, or the fact that you'd go into, you know, that kind of money.
That's what I'm saying. They should start something, but they don't, man.
And on 2018,
Say again?
your thoughts on the 2018 elections?
I think people are in for a rude awakening. I think these establishment types are in for a seriously rude awakening, dude. I think there's a very strong possibility of it.
Dude, I would love to see it. You think establishment? You mean both sides?
Yeah.
Dude, I would love to see it. Those old guards just get fucking clean the fuck out, and I would love to see it on the primary side.
Yeah.
The mainstream media chatter is that the Dems are going to gain seats, but I don't know how much of that is bullshit and how much of that is valid.
Yeah, absolutely. It's totally BS.
I'm just, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, they're, again, the Republican Congress and Senate has been incredibly fucking disappointing anyway. So it's not like they've failed in the Obamacare shit. Are they still trying to stop all the sorry, that's me, guys. Are they still trying to stop everything with the wall?
Well, no, the wall's still going forward. The wall's still going forward.
Done deal. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen, man. Dude, I think there's going to be an upset that most of these guys had no idea about. Everybody's primed. They're like thinking it's business as usual. From what I hear from sources that are, this is, I don't know if you've heard of this guy named QAnon. Have you?
I have not. No, okay. I have not.
QAnon is somebody who's close to the inside workings of government. He has what's called a Q level clearance. I don't know what exactly that means. It's supposed to be some high level clearance. This guy's been on 4chan and 8chan. He's been on these encrypted anonymous boards putting out information. And then whatever he puts out, you could see it become headline news within a day or two or a week or two later. Like within, I think 2 days before the whole Roy Moore, Alabama election, QAnon says that this guy Johnson, whatever the guy who won, is going to win. The vote's been rigged. We know about it. Watch what we're going to do. It was a trap that we laid for the Democrats. It was a trap that we laid for the deep state. They bought into it, hook, line, and sinker. Now watch what happens.
So he's been accurate in predicting shit, like, and he's been hitting home runs.
He's been hitting home runs, and people didn't know if this guy was legit or if he was real or whatnot until one day he actually posted a picture of a side profile of Trump's head.
You're kidding.
and inside the White House somewhere.
Come on,
that's how inside this guy is.
So he definitely has access.
Right. Again, as soon as Q posted that, Trump tweeted. He says, "Don't worry, the Republicans will have this seat back very soon." What does that mean?
Come on, this is like no bullshit. This is all very
bullshit. This is real. As soon as Q posted that on 4chan, immediately Trump tweets out and says, "Don't worry, the Republicans will have the seat back very soon. Sit tight."
Well, dude, that would definitely be one way to really open up the whole can of worms on the whole voter fraud thing.
Oh yeah.
So kind of what we were talking about, like you lay bait for them and then they fucking take it.
Yeah.
And then you cut, and then after quote unquote their guy wins, then you just drop all this evidence of,
yep.
Yeah, it wasn't bullshit. They really are rigging everything. Blah blah blah. Again, this is the first I'm hearing of any of this, but it sounds like you've done the fucking diligence and it's all fucking legit.
Dude, it's it's pretty. Dude, it's insane, dude. It's insane. It really is.
Dude, and Trump dropping it on Twitter is pretty fucking funny, dude.
I love it.
Dude, the guy's fucking great. He's fucking great. Yeah, it's great times, man. It's everything. Again, everything's kind of like going our direction, except for the election. But if that was some sort of trap that they end up springing, that'd be fucking outstanding.
Oh, it'd be fantastic, dude. It'd be fantastic. I think it is. I think there's a strong possibility of that happening.
What else what else do you guys have going from now until the new year and Christmas?
Nothing, man. Just the projects we're working on and try to bring to fruition, and keep the bills paid. That's about it, man. Nothing.
Keep the lights on. I like it. Like I said, we're chugging along. We got Anarchapulco's locked down. We're gonna be working on content all this week and all this weekend. Really get crypto specific, and we have to do a good job, a better job. We don't want metals clients to think we abandon them, because we have had some pushback, like, don't get too crypto heavy. You've been preaching about metals for 5 years, 6 years, and so you get pushback on that side, but it's not an all or nothing concept. You don't have to be all in one or the other. You could own both. So we have to do a better job of just communicating that with clients, and
people need to be pragmatic, man. You could own both.
Yeah, and
you don't have to be in one camp or the other. You could own both.
Dude, it's a simple position and a simple concept. Yeah, I don't, and at the same time, it's not too late. I think a lot of people are let the crypto train fly out, and I've had 2 guys, not clients, just buddies, like literally struggling for the last 2 or 3 weeks to like set up their Coinbase account and ID verification, and they're like, oh, they keep rejecting me and blah blah, like, because they're waited till the last minute. They waited till this new uptick, and now like they're trying to wire in 50 grand or 100 grand and buy crypto. It's like, and these are the same guys I told to do this, like set up Coinbase 6 months ago or a year ago or a year and a half ago. It's like the train hasn't necessarily left, but plant the seeds. And even if you don't want to invest in the asset class, there's no downside to having infrastructures in place. And I'm just using Coinbase as an example. It could be anything. So even if you don't want to invest in cryptos, set up accounts at these places. Have everything registered, have everything ready, and then if you do want to pull the trigger, the infrastructure's in place. Because if you wait and then you decide one day, shit, I want to buy this dip, or I want to do this, I want to do that, and you have no infrastructure in place, you could be looking at a 2-week, 4-week, 6-week fucking process to get, and it seems to be getting worse as the number of users increases, as the popularity soars. It's only going to become more and more difficult to register at a lot of these brokerages. Yeah. So that's free advice that I don't benefit from. And I say this about international bank accounts. I say this about internationalizing. Get infrastructure in place, and it won't cost you a penny. Or you could set up accounts at these places with $50 in each account. Have infrastructure in place, and then if you do decide to pull the trigger one day, it's there. You don't have to run around like a fucking chicken with your head cut off.
Yeah.
It's a smart play, and all it takes is some of your time. It's not a capital investment.
Right.
So again, food for thought. Even if you're not ready to get involved yet or ready to buy, have everything in place in case that day ever comes.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Very well said. Gus Demos, how can people follow you and your social media? Go for it, bro.
Perpetualassets.com. Put it in a search engine, drop it in your browser, perpetualassets.com. There will be, like I said, we're gonna have some changes up here in the next the days to come here, hopefully by the weekend. Just much more descriptive about the crypto stuff, but you could find us there. and we've had the busiest holiday season we've ever had in 5 years. This is usually our dead time, but with the market the way it is, we've been absolute slammed. You will not be able to reach me tonight. I will be at Star Wars, but I'll be back up and running during business hours tomorrow.
Absolutely. Good stuff, man. And with that being said, folks, again, check them out, perpetualassets.com. Check us out, roguemoney.net. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you are alerted when the silver-tongued Grecian is back on the airwaves. With that being said, CJ, take it away.